Welcome into Hawk Talk, ladies and gentlemen, alongside Jack Keffer. I'm Gabe Sustick. Hyannis is blanked by the Falmouth Commodores 6-0 off of impressive pitching by Jeffrey Passantino. Jack, we were expecting to see that from him. A little bit of struggles in the first inning, though. That's where Hyannis saw their best opportunity with the bases loaded, but they were not able to capitalize on it, and Passantino blew through him, as did the bullpen for Falmouth.
Yeah, in that first inning, kind of both pitchers, Gonzalez and Passantino, struggling to find the strike zone. But once Passantino found it, he was lights out. I mean, dominating. After the leadoff double by Rutherford, no one really got a piece of anything. And then the bullpen was awesome for Falmouth as well. They retired 22 out of 23 batters. So, I mean, there's not much that you can do if you're Hyannis. They came in struggling hitting, and they face the best pitching in the league. I mean, Jeffrey Passantino, before the game, was presented the Most Valuable Pitcher award up here on Cape Cod. So not much else that you can do. They have tomorrow, they'll face another tough pitcher in Brady Singer. That's what Falmouth does to you. They just throw these starters day in and day out who can just pound the zone with strikes. Singer can throw 98 miles an hour. He's got a two-seamer that moves like crazy. It's just going to be another tough game for a struggling offense.
Yeah, struggling offense indeed. They've had trouble finding hits. I mean, we talked about during the broadcast that there was one hit that popped out by Watson's glove. The other one was a short infield single. So really, you look at it, it was one legitimate, true hit out. I mean, that one probably we all thought was going to be an error for Rutherford, but he gets that double either way. But still, when you look at only those three hits.
No, that's exactly what it was. Rutherford led off the game with the double, and then after that, nobody else could come through. And look, that's a struggling lineup that has lost a lot of players from injury, and that's what has really hurt Hyannis as we've wound down through the season. Is injuries have plagued this lineup. But at the same time, speaks to Falmouth pitching and how good they were. They blanked these hitters tonight. Used that word to start it off, and that's really kind of what this game one was like.
Zach Rutherford did get that one double and also got a second double as well, and he got it with Nicole Hansen after the game.
Well, I'm here with our Hawk Talk player of the game, Zach Rutherford. Now, what was your kind of mindset going into this game, knowing that it was going to be a really tough couple of games against Falmouth and the struggles that this team's been having up until this point?
Yeah, really just try to set the tone early on offense, and first pitch of the game, tried to get something going there, and then with the offense struggling a little bit the past couple of weeks, and just didn't work out for us today, but that's why we're coming back tomorrow and chance to play.
Passantino, really rough pitcher to be able to get through for a lot of the guys, but you were able to get 2 hits off of him. What were you really able to do up there to get through to him?
I was just looking for a pitch elevated up in the zone, and he did that a couple times to me, and I just tried to take advantage of it when I could, and it worked out for me today.
Lastly, what did Coach Gassman say to you in that post-game huddle to really be able to pump you guys up and get you ready for that game tomorrow?
You know, just take it one game at a time, come back tomorrow, chance to win, and hopefully extend the series one more game.
All right, great. Thanks so much. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Nicole. Now, Jack, we'll stay with this game for a moment here and talk about offensively for Falmouth. That's the other part that has really made this team what I believe is the best right now on Cape. I mean, I know you have Harwich, but hitting-wise, they had struggled during the season. They have gotten better at it, but I think Falmouth's just much more overall. I mean, you saw it with Gigliotti, and you saw the 3-run bomb by J.J. Matajevic.
Yeah, and the thing with that is, first off, to clarify, I think that Falmouth is the best team on the Cape. Harwich right now is losing to Chatham 3-0 in the 8th inning of play. And second off, Harwich does not have this offense. Like you mentioned, I mean, Gigliotti was presented with the Prospect of the Year award up on Cape Cod. And J.J. Matajevic hit a unbelievable shot out into right field. I mean, on the double that he hit, Andrew Gonzalez pitched a great game. He pitched very well. He had one bad inning, and he got rocked around by the top of the lineup in the lefties. And pretty much what happened was Matajevic smashed a changeup that, if it dropped 2 inches lower, it would have been a double play ball. I mean, Matajevic is that good. He had 5 RBIs on the night. So it's tough to combat. I mean, the 3 of the best hitters are in that top half of the lineup. Like, how can you really work around that? So it's tough for Hyannis pitching.
And that'll be something that they have to face tomorrow, though. They'll play Falmouth at McKeon Park at 6 p.m. start, and they'll likely face a similar lineup, probably the exact same lineup full of lefties. And we talked about during the broadcast, we would have to believe it's going to be Justin Lewis on 4 days rest.
It's the only call, I think. I mean, Lewis has pitched really well in these 3 games, and he is scheduled to pitch on 4 days rest. So, I mean, you have to take Lewis and you have to pitch Cave. I mean, he's been your best pitcher all year. He's got to come in at least in relief. I don't care where you put him, but he's going to hold the game out. I mean, I would think that you could maybe even throw him in the 6th or 7th inning if it would work. But we'll see what Hyannis ends up doing from a pitching standpoint. They got to start hitting first. That's the big key if they want to win Game 2 and try to fight themselves back into this playoff series.
Hyannis just pushed up against the wall. They have to win Game 2 tomorrow to stay alive, to come back here to Falmouth for Game 3. But we will see you tomorrow night at McKeon Park, a 6 p.m. start. For my partner, Jack Keffer, I'm Gabe Sustick. Good night.